before avocado toast and oat milk lattes, before Deliveroo and TikTok cooking hacks. There was the British 1990s, a time of Spice Girls, super noodles, and suspiciously fluorescent sauces. Today we're opening the fridge door of history to see what Britain was really eating just a few decades ago. You might laugh, you might cringe, but one thing's for sure, it was unforgettable. No 90s school dinner was complete without the infamous Turkey Twizzler. These corkscrew-shaped meat spirals were as much an experience as they were a meal. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside, and saturated in seasoning that didn't quite resemble any known spice. They became a beloved lunch staple across British schools. But what exactly was in them? Well, let's just say it wasn't all turkey. The ingredient list read more like a chemistry experiment: pork fat, water, starch, and a mix of flavor enhancers you couldn't pronounce. Kids loved them, parents tolerated them, nutritionists despaired. And then came Jamie Oliver. In the early 2000s, his school food campaign exposed Twizzlers as nutritional nightmares. Public outcry followed. And just like that, Turkey Twizzlers were off the menu, leaving behind only memories and microwave stains on cafeteria trays. Strawberry, butterscotch, banana, chocolate. Angel Delight was the dreamy dessert that required no baking, no skill, and no real ingredients, just cold milk and a whisk. Within seconds, you had a soft, sweet, foamy treat that defined British after-dinner joy in the 90s. It wasn't just for kids. Parents loved it too. It was fast, cheap, and fun to eat. Whether you were serving it in a fancy glass or just licking it out of the mixing bowl, Angel Delight felt like a celebration. Sure, it was entirely artificial, but that didn't matter. This was an era when E-numbers were part of the fun, when food was supposed to be colorful, not clean. The 1990s weren't just about what you ate. It was how fast you could eat it. Enter the microwave revolution. Microchips, those tiny boxes of soggy pre-fried fries, were the snack of choice for impatient kids and overworked parents. The promise? Hot chips in under 3 minutes. The reality? Steamed potato sticks with the texture of old toast. But we didn't care. Even full meals went microwave. Spaghetti bolognese in a tray, roast dinners with gravy and mashed potato compartments, chicken korma with rice fused to the plastic. Convenience was everything. The idea of cooking from scratch became almost retro. Britain didn't just embrace the microwave, we surrendered to it. Imported from America, Sunny Delight exploded onto British shelves in the late 90s with ads that made it look like the official drink of cool kids everywhere. It was bright. It was sweet. It came in massive jugs. But here's the thing. It wasn't really orange juice. In fact, it was only about 5% juice. The rest, water, corn syrup, and coloring straight from a science fiction film. There were even reports of kids' skin turning orange after drinking too much Sunny D. Whether or not the rumors were true didn't matter. It was enough to make headlines. By the early 2000s, the buzz wore off. The shelves emptied. Sunny Delight became a cautionary tale in marketing, sugar, and trusting what the label says. Boil a kettle, peel the lid, pour, stir, wait, eat. Pot noodle wasn't just a snack, it was a lifestyle. For teenagers, students, and exhausted office workers, it was practically a food group. Beef and tomato, chicken and mushroom, Bombay bad boy. The flavors were intense, the textures questionable, and the sodium levels unforgivable. But no one cared. It was quick, it was cheap, it was British. With outrageous ads and even more outrageous flavors, pot noodle became the anti-meal. A rebellion against cutlery, against vegetables, against time. Breaded on the outside, molten on the inside, Findus Crispy Pancakes were the freezer staple of working-class Britain. They came in flavors like ham and cheese or minced beef, though flavor was often less important than temperature. These things could either scald your tongue or collapse into mush, sometimes both at once. Served with tinned peas and instant mash, they made weekday dinners weirdly exciting. They were far from gourmet, but somehow they worked. Today they're almost extinct, but ask anyone who grew up in the 90s and watched their eyes glaze over with nostalgia. Before crisp bags were resealable and calorie-counted, Britain had snacks that were loud, crunchy, and proudly artificial. Monster Munch came in roast beef, pickled onion, and flaming hot, shaped like monster paws and big enough to fit on your fingers. They left your hands coated in red-orange dust that stained school uniforms for days. Space Raiders, even cheaper, shaped like alien heads, sold for 10 pence, and packed with enough flavor to knock out your taste buds. These weren't light snacks. They were edible adventures, intense, weird, wonderful. No 90s childhood dinner was complete without food that looked like it belonged in an art class. Smiley-face potatoes were crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, and always cheerful, at least until they got smothered in beans. Alphabet potatoes added an educational twist. You could spell rude words while waiting for your chicken nuggets to cook. Together, they turned boring meals into something to look forward to. Because in the 1990s Britain, food wasn't just nourishment, it was entertainment. So what did Britain taste like in the 1990s? It tasted like fake cheese, rehydrated powder, overcooked chips, and radioactive orange drinks. It was the era of convenience over quality, fun over health, and speed over substance. But it was also the taste of childhood, of after-school treats, of family dinners eaten in front of the telly. The food may have been processed, but the memories pure.